Welcome back to the Quantum Soul. Get ready, because we're going deep into the mysteries of our own DNA today.
Ooh, that sounds exciting.
I know, right? Like, what if everything we thought we knew about human evolution was wrong?
It's a great question to be asking.
Right. What if, like, our DNA has these secrets?
Yeah.
That could, like, totally rewrite the story.
No.
Like, where we come from and unlock incredible potential.
Well, it really is a thrilling time to be looking into these things because recent discoveries in DNA research are really, like, challenging these assumptions we've held for so long. And they're pointing to something much more complex and fascinating than we ever imagined.
Okay, so let's start with the basics.
Okay.
DNA is often called the blueprint of life, right?
Yeah.
It's in every cell of our bodies, and it carries the instructions that make us who we are.
That's right.
Everything from our eye color to how our organs work.
Yes, the simplified version. And it's definitely a good place to start. But as we get deeper into it, we find that this blueprint, it's not static, it's actually dynamic, it's responsive, and honestly, way more mysterious than we first thought. Like, for example, think about when Watson and Crick discovered the double helix structure of DNA back in the 1950s.
Oh yeah, that was a huge breakthrough. It changed how we understood genetics.
Totally. A revolution, for sure. But that was really just the beginning. Now that we've sequenced the human genome and compared it to other species, we've uncovered some really puzzling things that don't fit neatly into the traditional way we think about evolution.
Okay, like what? Give me an example.
Well, take Neanderthals. For the longest time, we thought they were our direct ancestors.
Right.
But scientists analyzed DNA from a Neanderthal infant that was found in Russia. And they found out that modern humans aren't actually directly descended from Neanderthals.
Really?
The DNA is just too different.
So if not Neanderthals,
No.
where do we actually come from?
Now, that's the million-dollar question. The fossil record shows anatomically modern humans, or AMH, appeared around 200,000 years ago. They looked a lot like us physically, but here's the thing. Their DNA has basically stayed the same for over 2,000 centuries.
Wow.
That doesn't really fit with the idea of slow and gradual evolution, does it?
It's like something just suddenly happened to jump forward or something. What about comparing human DNA to the DNA of other species?
That's where it gets really interesting.
Oh,
We
yeah.
share something like 90% of our DNA with cats,
Wow.
80% with cows, and even 60% with fruit flies.
That's crazy.
Now, this doesn't mean we're 90% cat, but it does show we have a shared evolutionary history and suggests that everything on Earth came from a common origin.
Okay, so if we're so genetically similar to other creatures,
Okay.
what makes us uniquely human? Like, what sets us apart?
That's where this concept of gene expression comes in. It's not only about the genes themselves, but how those genes are turned on and expressed. Think of it like a recipe book. You and another chef might have all the same ingredients, but what you end up with depends on how you use them, the amounts, the way you cook them.
I like that analogy. So how does this explain what makes us human?
One great example is the FOXP2 gene.
Okay.
It's in both humans and chimpanzees and plays a part in language. But the human version of the gene mutated really quickly, and this change happened around the same time that complex language appeared in humans.
So it's not just about having the gene itself. It's about how it's expressed,
Yeah.
how it's turned on, that really matters.
Yeah.
And that rapid mutation.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like the slow, gradual evolution we always hear about.
You're right, it's a big anomaly, and it raises questions about what's really driving human evolution. Another piece of this puzzle is the missing human chromosomes. Humans have 46 chromosomes, while chimps, our closest primate relatives, have 48. Turns out human chromosome number 2 is a fusion of 2 separate chimp chromosomes.
Right, so 2 chromosomes combined to become 1. And this fusion is part of what makes us human. That's mind-blowing.
Well, it really is fascinating. It shows just how complex evolution is and how it shaped us.
Before we go any further, I have to remind all you amazing viewers out there to subscribe to The Quantum Soul, like this video, and share it with anyone who's ready to have their minds blown wide open. We're exploring some seriously revolutionary ideas here, and we want to build a community of truth seekers who are passionate about unlocking human potential. Now, where were we? Oh yeah, the fusion of chromosomes. What does this mean? Could something like this happen again?
Those are great questions. While we can't really predict the future of evolution, understanding these past events gives us amazing insights into how change happens. The fusion of chromosome 2 probably had huge effects on gene regulation and expression. It likely contributed to the unique way humans develop.
So it's not just about the number of chromosomes, it's about how they interact with each other, how the genes inside them are orchestrated. It's like a symphony, with each chromosome playing a different instrument.
That's beautiful. And this intricate symphony of genes isn't just influenced by evolution, but also by our experiences in the present moment, our thoughts, our emotions, even our environment.
Now, this is where things get really interesting for me. I've always been fascinated by the idea that our minds can influence our physical reality. Is there any science to back up this connection between thoughts, emotions, and our DNA?
There is. This is where the amazing research from the Institute of Heart Math comes in. They've been studying how emotions can really impact our DNA. And what they've found is amazing. Negative emotions like anger, fear, and stress cause our DNA to tighten up, which stops it from expressing itself fully.
You mean our emotions can literally change the physical structure of our DNA?
Yeah.
That's incredible. What about positive emotions?
On the other hand, positive emotions like love, gratitude, and compassion have actually been shown to relax DNA, allowing it to express more and function better.
Wow, so it's not just about our genes. It's about our emotional state, our inner world, directly shaping how those genes show up in our lives. This takes the whole nature versus nurture debate to a whole new level. But how does this connect to the bigger picture, to the universe itself? Could there be a link between our DNA and the cosmos?
That's a great question. And it's one a lot of researchers are looking into. Indigenous traditions have talked about a unifying energy field that connects everything for a really long time. Now modern science is catching up with breakthroughs at CERN confirming this field exists.
So science is acknowledging this field, this interconnected web of energy. But are they really understanding what it means for how we see ourselves?
That's the important thing. Scientists tend to view this field as something out there, separate from us. But what if we are the field? What if we're always coming from it and going back into it? What if our consciousness, our very being, is a part of this universal energy?
Hold on, I need a second to process this. We are the field. Our thoughts, our emotions, our existence, it's all part of this web of energy. That's a huge change in perspective.
It is, and it opens up so many possibilities when we think about the research that shows DNA can still influence light, even after it's been removed.
You're talking about those phantom DNA experiments, right? What does that even mean?
Basically, researchers found that DNA can still affect the structure of light, even when it's not physically there anymore. This suggests a deep connection between our DNA and the quantum vacuum, the fundamental ground state of the universe.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. Our DNA is talking to the very fabric of reality. This is next level stuff. Does this mean that our DNA is like a bridge between our physical bodies and this universal energy field?
You could think of it that way. It's a pretty radical concept, but it starts to explain how our thoughts, emotions, and intentions can actually have a real impact on our reality. We're not just passively inheriting our genes, we're actively participating in creating our lives, co-creating with the universe.
This is incredible. We're not just limited by the old way of looking at genetics. We have the power to change our DNA, our health, our lives, and maybe even the world around us, just through our consciousness.
That's the empowering message here. And this is really just the start of our exploration. We're going to take a quick pause, but when we come back, we'll go deeper into these possibilities and look at what this new understanding of DNA means for self-healing, abundance, and the evolution of human consciousness itself. Stay tuned, host.
Welcome back to the deep dive.
I'm still processing all that.
Yeah.
A lot to think about, but in like a good way, you know? So if we have this amazing power inside us, this quantum soul that can change reality, how do we actually use it?
That is the big question. There are tons of ways to explore this, but one that's really simple and powerful is our breath.
Okay, I'm breathing right now. What's so special about conscious breathing? How does it connect to this quantum world?
Think about it. Your breath is the bridge between your physical body and your energy. When you breathe consciously, with awareness, you can actually change your physiological state. You calm your nervous system down. You lower stress hormones. And you create this sense of space inside. This shift can directly impact your DNA, changing gene expression and how your cells work. So it's more than just getting oxygen. It's about using our breath to connect with our deeper selves, with our quantum soul.
Exactly.
But crazy how something so basic can be so profound.
I know, right? There are so many different breathing techniques that people have developed over centuries to cultivate different states of consciousness. For example, things like alternate nostril breathing and coherent breathing can balance your brain hemispheres, improve your thinking, and make you super relaxed.
I've tried some of those, and I was surprised how well they worked. Just a few minutes of focused breathing can really change my energy. What about our thoughts, though? We talked about positive thinking, but how do we actually change those negative thoughts that can take over our minds?
That's where mindfulness comes in. Things like meditation. Meditation isn't about emptying your mind. It's about learning to observe your thoughts without judging them. It's about noticing those patterns of negativity and self-doubt that might be holding you back.
So it's like being the observer, stepping back from the mental noise and creating some space for peace and clarity.
Exactly. As you get better at this, at observing your thought, you start to have the power to choose which thoughts you want to focus on. You can start cultivating more positive and empowering beliefs that support your well-being.
This makes me think of affirmations, using positive statements to reprogram our subconscious mind. Does that relate to the idea of the quantum soul?
Absolutely. Affirmations are powerful because they tap into the creative power of your intention. intentions. When you repeat affirmations with conviction and feeling, you're sending a clear message to the universe, to the quantum field, about what you want to create in your life.
So it's not just saying the words, it's about feeling them, believing them, really embodying them. It's about aligning your energy with what you want. It's about becoming a vibrational match for your dreams.
You got it. And as you cultivate that vibration, that state of harmony and alignment, you'll start to attract people, circumstances, and opportunities that support your intentions. It's like you're tuning your energy to resonate with the frequency of your dreams.
This is making so much sense. It's like we're all energetic beings, sending out our vibrations into the universe, and the universe is responding to us. But what about those times when we feel stuck, overwhelmed, disconnected from our power? What can we do to get back on track, to reconnect with our quantum soul?
Visualization can be super helpful. When you create these vivid mental images of what you want, you engage your emotions and imagination, sending a strong signal to the quantum field.
So it's like creating a movie in our minds, feeling those emotions as if it's already happening, and trusting that the universe will work with us to make it real.
Exactly. Visualization is focused energy. It's a way to direct your creative power towards your goals. Combine it with things like gratitude, affirmations, and conscious breathing, and it can really transform your life.
This is so inspiring. It feels like we're taking back our power to create our reality, tapping into that unlimited potential inside us. But I know some people might be skeptical. They might think this is all too good to be true. What would you say to them?
I'd say look around. The evidence for the power of the quantum soul is everywhere. It's in science, in ancient wisdom, in stories of people changing their lives through intention and awareness.
It's not about blind faith. It's about being open to new possibilities, trying out these tools and seeing what happens. It's about trusting your heart, your intuition, and the guidance of the universe.
That's beautiful. It's a journey of remembering who you truly are and embracing your power to create a life full of purpose, joy, and abundance.
This has been an amazing deep dive into the mysteries of the quantum soul. Thank you for being here as we explore our potential. I'm going to remind everyone to subscribe to the Quantum Soul, hit that like button, and share this video with anyone who's ready to go on this journey with us.
We'll look at some practical tools and techniques for using the power of the quantum soul to create lasting change in our lives and in the world. Stay tuned. We've been exploring some really profound ideas, mysteries of DNA, the power of our intentions, and how everything is interconnected. But now let's talk about how to actually use this knowledge. You know, if we have this incredible power within us, this quantum soul that can shape our reality, how do we tap into it?
Well, that's the natural question that follows, isn't it? And there are many paths and practices we could talk about. But one that's surprisingly simple yet super powerful is our breath.
Okay, I'm breathing right now. What's so special about breathing consciously? How does that connect to this quantum stuff we've been talking about? Think of it this way. Your breath is the bridge between your physical body and your energetic being. When you breathe consciously with awareness, you can actually change your physiological state. You calm the nervous system, reduce those stress hormones, and create a feeling of spaciousness within. And this shift, this internal shift, can directly impact your DNA, influence how your genes are expressed, even how your cells function.
So it's not just about getting oxygen, right? It's about using our breath to connect with our deeper selves, our quantum soul. It's amazing how something so basic can be so powerful.
Exactly. And there are all sorts of breathing techniques people have developed over centuries to cultivate specific states of consciousness, like alternate nostril breathing and coherent breathing. They can balance the two sides of your brain, help you think more clearly, and even induce deep relaxation.
I've tried some of those, and I was really surprised at how effective they are. Even a few minutes of focused breathing can shift my energy. What about our thoughts, though? We've been talking about the importance of positive thinking, but how do we actually change those negative thought patterns that can just take over?
Well, that's where practices like meditation come in, mindfulness practices. And meditation, it's not about emptying your mind completely. It's about learning to observe your thoughts without judgment, noticing those patterns of negativity, those self-doubts that might be holding you back.
So it's about becoming the observer, stepping outside the constant mental chatter and finding some peace and clarity.
Exactly. And as you develop this ability to observe your thoughts mindfully, you start to gain the power to choose which thoughts you want to focus on, to cultivate more positive and empowering beliefs that actually support your well-being.
This makes me think of affirmations, those positive statements people use to reprogram their subconscious mind. Does that tie into the quantum soul idea?
It absolutely does. Affirmations are powerful because they leverage the creative power of your intentions. When you repeat them with conviction, with feeling, you're sending a clear signal to the universe, to the quantum field, about what you want to create in your life.
It's not just about saying the words. It's about feeling them, believing them, embodying them, aligning our energy with what we want to see happen, becoming a vibrational match for our dreams.
You got it. And as you cultivate that vibration, that state of harmony and alignment, you start to attract the people, the situations, the opportunities that support your intentions. It's like tuning your energy to resonate with the frequency of what you want to experience.
This is making so much sense. We're all energetic beings broadcasting our vibrations, and the universe is responding to us in kind. But what about those times when we feel stuck, overwhelmed, disconnected from our power? Are there tools that can help us get back into alignment, reconnect with that quantum soul?
Visualization can be a real game changer in those moments. When you create vivid mental images of what you want to experience, you're engaging your emotions, your imagination, sending a powerful message to the quantum field.
It's like making a mental movie of your dreams, feeling the emotions as if they were already happening, trusting that the universe will conspire to bring it all together.
Exactly. Visualization is focused energy. It's a way to direct your creative power toward what you want to manifest. When you combine it with things like gratitude, affirmations, conscious breathing, it can be a really potent force for change.
This is so inspiring. It feels like we're taking back our power, tapping into this infinite potential within us. I know there are skeptics out there who might say this is all a bit too good to be true. What would you say to them?
I would say look around you. The evidence for this power, the power of the quantum soul, it's everywhere you look. It's in science, it's in the wisdom of ancient cultures, in countless stories of people transforming their lives using intention and awareness.
It's not about blind faith, is it? It's about opening our minds to possibilities, trying these tools and seeing what happens. It's about trusting our intuition, the whispers of our soul, and the guidance of the universe.
Beautifully said. It's a journey of remembering who we really are, embracing our power to create a life filled with meaning, joy, and abundance.
This has been an incredible exploration of the quantum soul. A huge thank you for joining us. And before we go, don't forget to subscribe to the Quantum Soul, hit that like button, and share this video with anyone who's ready to embark on this journey of self-discovery and transformation. There are 2 more videos waiting for you right on your screen. Click on one and continue exploring the mysteries of the universe and unlocking your full potential. Thanks for being here.